Hi, teacher. Fine, thanks.
Teacher, good afternoon.
Thank
Hi,
you.
teacher.
Okay, well, we're gonna start with the class of today, and we're gonna continue where we stopped in the last class. So if you remember, last class, we started working with the past simple and past continuous. And we started with an exercise, but we didn't get to finish. We worked with the first two. So I'm going to ask you to please open the exercise we started working with in the last class because we are going to continue with it, okay? We checked what we answered and checked the first part where it says complete the sentences with the correct past simple form of one of the verbs from the table using each verb once. We already answered this one. And then in the second one where it says complete the missing parts of the conversations, we also finished it. So we are going to continue in the exercise 3 where it says, what were you doing at the following past times? What does it mean? That you will have to answer this, this exercise using the past continuous. Look at the example here. It says, at 4:15 a.m. this morning, okay, what were you doing? It means that you have to answer using the past continuous, which is the was, in this case, because you're talking in first person, was, plus the verb with ing. I was sleeping. At 7:30 p.m. last night, I was at home with my family. In here, I am not using the past continuous because I'm just talking about the place I were. I was not doing anything. I just wasn't home. So you are going to answer depending depending on the context shown here in the exercise and with your own answer, which means that each one of you is going to have different answers, okay? But you have to consider using the past continuous. Okay, please answer this exercise and tell me when you are ready to share and check answers, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So let's start. Isela, tell me, at 10 a.m. 20 yesterday morning, what were you doing?
I was eating a breakfast.
Okay, you were eating breakfast. Alondra, letter B, at 2:30 p.m. yesterday afternoon.
I was doing my homework.
Okay, good. Guillermo, letter C, 20 minutes ago. What were you doing 20 minutes ago?
I was taking a shower.
Okay. Jose, at 4:30 p.m. 2 days ago, what were you doing 2 days ago at 4:30 p.m.?
I was visiting my sister.
Very good. Okay, great. Now it says in this other exercise, complete the verbs in parentheses in the past simple or past continuous. So in here, you have to check the context of the sentence to decide if you are going to use past simple or past continuous. For example, here we have one. It says, she a movie for a long time last night. This action is concluded, the answer is yes. So then you are going to use simple past, which is the one that is using here. She watched a movie for a long time last night. Okay, letter A, let's do it together. It says, I asked her to help me, but she listened. Okay, look at this sentence, check the context of the sentence and tell me, am I talking about a situation that was in progress or am I talking about an action that is finished?
It's finished.
It is finished, right? So it means that I need to complete this sentence using the past simple. And it is negative in the verb is listen. How can I combine a negative sentence with listen in past tense?
She didn't listen.
Didn't listen. Very good. So I asked her to help me, but she didn't listen. Very good. Okay, so please check the context of each and every question sentence we have in here and decide if you are going to use simple past or past continuous. Remember, use was for he, she, or it, and use were for we, you, and they, plus the verb with the ing in the past continuous, and just the verb in the past tense if it is in simple past, or negative with didn't if it is negative. Work with this and tell me when you are ready, please.
Okay.
Ready?
No, not yet, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. I'll give you a few more minutes. Tell me when you finish.
It's only number 4, the exercise. Yeah,
You're done?
the number 4, yes.
Okay. And the rest of you guys are, did you finish?
Me too, teacher.
Good. So let's go and check it then. In letter B, Jose, it says, I was afraid to ask the teacher a question because she
She looked very angry.
looked very angry. Very good. Letter C, Guillermo, can you read it, please?
While I was getting off of the bus this morning, I almost fell down.
Very good. Fell down. Letter D, Isela.
Last night I slept for 8 hours.
Slept.
Slept.
I slept for 8 hours. Very good. Okay. Alondra, please. Letter E.
The earthquake started while I was walking home.
I was walking home. Very good. Jose, letter F, please.
I called you last night, but you didn't answer. What were you doing?
Very good. What were you doing? Letter G, Guillermo.
When you got home last night, what did you do?
When you
Oh,
got, pardon me?
I'm confused with
It says, when you
because
got
it's
home last night. We're talking about the progress of being at home last night. When you got home last night, what did you do? It could be actually, what did you do?
yes, because it's last night. I don't
It's
know.
completed.
Yeah.
That's true, you were right. Pudiera ser aquí, like, what were you doing?
Yes.
If I say, when you got home last night and I called you, what were you doing? For example, because I'm asking about the progress between one action and the other. So yeah, you were right. It is in past tense. Okay, Isela, letter H, please.
Well, I was reading the bus on Monday. Someone stole my wallet.
Somebody stole, very good. Letter I, Alondra.
Yesterday, I was almost hit by a car. It was my fault because I didn't look when I started to cross the street.
I didn't look. Very good. Now let's go back with you, Jose. Letter J, please.
I couldn't take the test because I didn't have a pen or pencil.
Very good. I didn't have. Guillermo, letter K.
I couldn't hear you on the phone. My roommate was listening to loud music.
Very good. Was listening. And in this case, it is with the past continuous because I'm talking about when I was talking to you, this other action was happening at the same time. Okay, and letter L, Isela, please.
When I got home, I was calling you right away.
When I got home, the action is finished. What did I do when I got home? I called you.
I called you right away.
I called you right away. Next part says, complete the stories with the correct form of the verbs in either past simple or past continuous. So in here, we're gonna basically do the same as we did in the previous exercise. We have to decide if we're gonna use the verbs in blue in simple past or in past continuous. So it is basically the same. Check the context of the sentence and decide to use the past simple or to use the past continuous. Please work with it and tell me when you are done. This is the last exercise of this topic. Remember to tell me when you're done.
I'm finished, Chef.
Okay, perfect. What about the rest of you? Did you finish, guys?
Yes, I finished too.
Okay, so let's go with the first paragraph. And it says in here, yesterday after class, I was walking home when a man what?
Stop.
Stopped. Very good. When a man stopped me on the street, what did he do when the man stopped me? He what?
Ask.
He asked.
Yes.
Very good. He asked me where he could find the library. Because in that direction, I what?
I was going.
I was going.
Because I was going in that direction, what did I do?
Stop.
I took him with,
Walk.
I took him there myself. Very good. Okay, let's go with the second paragraph. And in the second paragraph says, the other day, while I
Was waiting.
very good. While I was waiting at the bus stop, I what?
I see.
I
So,
So
I saw.
I saw my friend, Jim. A suitcase. What was he doing when I saw my friend?
was carrying.
Was carrying.
carrying.
Very good. Was carrying a suitcase. He what? He what? What was he doing?
He was going.
He was
the
going to the airport. Very good. He was going to the airport to fly to Hawaii. He really excited. He what?
it was.
He was.
He was very.
He was really excited. Very good. Okay. On Wednesday night. On Wednesday night, I what?
Woke up.
I woke up. Very good. On Wednesday night, I woke up in the middle of the night because a fire alarm
Was going off.
This action is concluded because it says, I woke up in the middle of the night because the fire alarm, what happened with the fire alarm?
Went off.
Went off in my apartment building. What did I do?
I opened it.
I opened the door. I opened the door to the hallway and what did I do?
On
Found
the smoke.
And found thick black smoke. I almost,
was shocked.
no, I don't think so.
Shocked.
I almost choked. I
Close.
closed the door and
Why?
waited.
Was waiting.
I closed the door and waited for the fire department. About 10 minutes later, they what?
Rescue.
They rescued me through the window in my bedroom. Very good. So every single word in this one is in past tense, just past tense. Why? Because I'm talking about all the actions that happened the night before, on Wednesday night. Next one, last weekend. What did I do or what was I doing or what happened last weekend?
I applied.
I applied, very good. I applied for a job at a bank. I what?
I went.
I went there to meet the manager and she, okay. I went there to meet the manager and she, what? Interviewed me, interviewed me for over an hour. She what?
She asked.
Asked me.
She asked me many difficult questions. In the end, I what?
I didn't get.
I didn't get. I didn't get the job because I
Didn't
lacked. No, it lacked. It's affirmative. I lacked experience. They chose. They chose someone a little older than me. Oh, well, here again, we have all in past simple. So when am I going to use past continuous or past simple? When I am talking about a situation that concluded and every single situation is finished, I'm going to use simple past. But when I am talking about situations that were in progress during during that, during those events, even though they're in the past, obviously they have to be in the past. You can use the past continuous. Okay. Well, questions about these exercises we just answered? No? Okay. Now we're gonna go to the story creation. I'm going to ask you to please go. Give me a second. Let me just confirm. Yes. Story creation 3-4. Please go here. And it says, students work in groups of 3 to 4. Each student is given the beginning of a story. One student reads their story beginning to the group and the student is continued by describing an event. The rest of the group then asks the students detailed questions, etc. Okay, what are we gonna do in order to make it work? So to make it work, we are going to choose, here we have this activity for 4 students. What are we gonna do? Each one of you is going to have the beginning of one of this, okay? So, for example, Guillermo, you are going to work with the student 1. What does it mean? That you are going to develop a story starting with this. I was walking home from school yesterday. You have to choose one, okay? Choose one of these 2 and develop a short story using the past simple and the past continuous in your story. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes. Jose, you are going to be a student 2, okay? It's the same. You are going to choose one or the other, okay?
Okay.
Isela, you are going to work with a student 3. My brother and I were waiting for the bus the other day, or a woman was a student at the library. You choose one.
Okay.
And Alondra, you are a student 4. So you are going to choose while Joe was working out at the gym or I was waiting in the line at Starbucks. So each one of you has a student. Remember, Guillermo 1, Jose 2, Isela 3, and Alondra 4. You choose one of the topics given, and you are going to develop a short story using the past simple or the past continuous, okay? I'll give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes, is it okay? Or maybe if you finish before the 10 minutes, you can tell me, but I'll give you maximum 10 minutes for you to develop your story. It's 10, 7, 7, 6. So I'll give you at 7:15, I will ask you how you're doing. So please develop a short story using the past simple and past continuous with one of these titles you have in here. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. Work on it with this, and then you are going to share your stories with us. Ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Isela, Jose, Guillermo,
Me too.
you finished? Okay, Guillermo, Isela?
Yes, I'm finished.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, let's start with the student one. So the student one is Guillermo. Guillermo, tell us a little bit more about your story.
Okay. I was walking home from school yesterday when I met a friend. I told him to get a coffee. We went for coffee and started talking about how he did at school. He told me that he is fine, but he had trouble with math. He told her that he could help her. After finished coffee, I went to home. I was a bit tired and I, and had to get up early the next day. The next days I woke up and had breakfast. I got ready to go back to school because I have an exam at the 9 a.m. After school, I called my friend to help him with math class. He was a bit confused because he didn't understand the numbers. After we finished, we went out to eat and talk about.
Nice. You actually wrote more than I was expecting, but you did excellent. And I have to say that you did very good with the verb agreement. I mean, that you were using, for example, didn't understand. You did a perfect. You use perfectly the verbs in past tense. Very good, Guillermo. Thank you. Okay, now let's go with Jose in number 2. I mean, the second student, Jose. Can you share your story, please?
Okay. A man was taking a nap on his sofa when somebody knocked the door. The man woke up and went to the living room. He walked to the window and moved the curtain in order to see outside. He felt afraid because the police was there in front of his house. That's all.
Okay, I wanted to know what was the police doing there. Okay, so let's say that it is to be continued.
Maybe.
Okay, thank you. Student 3, Isela, your turn.
Yeah. My brother and I were waiting for the bus. I was telling him about my new job when a woman fainted. I took my phone and called 911. My brother ran to help the woman. Paramedics arrived in 10 minutes and took the woman to the hospital. I was very worried about her.
Okay, very good. Another story we won't be able to know what happened to the character, but well, thank you. Another to be continued story. Alondra, your turn. Let's go with your story, please.
I was waiting at line in Starbucks and then I saw my best friend Lucy. She was buying a coffee. She was going to work and it was her first day, so she was really happy and excited. After greeting her, I paid for my cheesecake and my coffee and went to school because I was already late.
Okay, very good. Thank you, guys. So we are going. We finish with the story creation part. Now we're gonna go to the next one, which is 3.5. It says 3.5 discussion. This lesson is intended to be used as a review of grammar, past simple, and past continuous. It says students work in pairs and discuss answers to the following questions. Each question contains a time clause or phrase in blue. It is important that students repeat this information in their answers. Check the example. What did you do when you got to school today? When I got to school today, I went to the bathroom. Okay, here I have 12 questions. What are you going to do? It says in here, you are going to discuss these questions. I have 4 students, so you are going to be in pairs. If I'm not wrong, I think that I have the option of making groups. Let me just find it. Let me just find the option. If I'm not able to do it, it will be okay. We'll find a way. Yes, I'm going to assign groups. You are going to be working in pairs. What are you going to do? You're going to be asking each other the questions, okay? I have 12 questions. You can ask one and one. You ask one and the other one asks one, or you just choose 6 and 6, up to you. Obviously, at the end, you will be asking 6 and 6, but just decide the order, okay? So I'm going to create 2 groups.
We need to open this exercise on our.
Yes, please. It is a 3-5
Discussion.
discussion. Ok, it's been done. Ya se han creado las salas. Les voy a explicar esto porque es una función nueva. It is a new function that I haven't used before, so let's try if it works. I have made 2 groups. In Sala 1, I have Guillermo and Jose. And in Sala 2, I have Alondra and Isela. I will create them where it says in here, iniciar los grupos y se van a dividir, bueno, it has to be divided automatically. Voy a darle clic para ver qué pasa, ¿ok?
Ok. Bueno, Classroom le está invitando a unirse a la sala 1.
Únanse, please. Oh, nice. ¿Ustedes se pueden salir solas entonces de ahí, Alondra? Sí se pueden
Mande,
salir. Sí se pueden salir. Es que nunca había usado. I have never used this before. So you are allowed
Yes.
to.
Ajá, o sea, nos podemos salir solas. Después que
Excellent.
terminamos, nos salimos.
Very good. Good to know. Okay, so we're gonna wait for Guillermo and Jose then. When they're back, we're gonna continue. Okay, I don't know if the guys know what to do or if they're just waiting for me to finish. Voy a entrar a su sesión. I'll be back with you.
No, wasn't the homework. I was watching TV.
Ah, ok. What you doing? No estabas haciendo la tarea, ¿no?
No.
O sea, okay,
Hi guys, sorry for interrupting. I'm just here to tell you that when you finish, please go back to the other station, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I am.
Thank you.
No.
O sea, antes de llegar
Hi again.
a
The guys haven't finished, so we're gonna wait for them, okay?
Ah, ok, teacher. Ok.
Okay, we are all here now. And you could finish your exercise. It was very nice. Did you try this before? I mean, did you work with this type of groups before?
Y sí los
No.
habíamos usado con la maestra pasada, pero o sea, con ella, no entre nosotros.
Okay, so
O
nice.
sea,
To
se
be
salió
honest,
ella.
it was the first time.
Mm.
¿Cómo?
It works.
Haga de cuenta que se salió ella y entraba con cada uno y nos hacía preguntas.
Ah, okay.
Pero igual así se vio todo, ¿no? Así como lo hizo usted.
Ah, okay. I got it. Well, it was very nice because you could practice speaking in pairs. So we will continue working like this in pair activities. Okay, so now we are done with the unit 3.5 discussion. Now we're gonna go please to another vocabulary discussion. We have another one left. And it says in here again, student work in groups of 3 or 4 and open the corresponding pages. The students take turns asking and answering the questions. Make sure that to use the vocabulary words in your answer. For example, here we have, do you know how to help someone who is choking? But this one, we're gonna do it all together because it says in 4 and we are 4, 5 including me, right? So I'll be asking you the questions and you answer me, okay? So Alondra, tell me, do you know how to help someone who is choking? What is choking, by the way?
I don't know.
You
I don't know.
Okay.
I think when a person is in Spanish to say is in shock.
No,
No,
that is with SH.
oh no, I don't
Choking
know.
is when you cannot breathe. It's like you
Okay,
there's no
Like
air passing through.
ahogado.
Like yeah. That is choke.
okay.
And
So
I think I don't know. You have to ¿cómo dice? Golpear
okay, like
eh, la espalda o the back
okay.
or did the maniobra hemorrhage, I think.
Yeah, that handbrake.
If they are asphyxiated by food.
Okay. With when it is with food. Okay. I don't remember how to spell the Henry. I don't know how to say it, to be honest, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That one that is it. Thank you.
Hemorrhage.
Isela, number 2. Have you ever been rescued from danger?
Yeah.
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 Tell us more.
One time I was falling off the ladder and my cousin stopped the ladder because um I could hit my head when I fall, and he rescues me. Yes.
Okay. How old were you?
I was like 10 years old.
Oh, so you were a kid.
Yeah.
Good that he was there to help you. Okay. Guillermo, what parts of the world get a lot of typhoons? Typhoons.
I know. I have no idea. But
Yeah.
maybe the China or not, I don't know that.
Okay. Thank you. Jose, have you ever been on the roof of your home? Like
Mm,
at the top of your home,
mm.
the roof,
Yes, I have sometimes.
sometimes. So it's something
Sometimes
that you do often?
I check in the how do you say is the antenna and the TV
Latina, okay.
the TV antenna and maybe yes, 2 or 3 times
Okay.
the
In
roof.
your life or a week or a month or a year?
No, for the last year.
Okay,
For the
thank
last
you.
year.
Next round of questions. Alondra, when was the last time you screamed? Let's take into consideration that a scream is related to fear, right? So you scream when you are afraid. So Alondra, when was the last time you screamed?
I think when I watched a terror movie.
A horror movie? Okay.
Yes.
Isela, does your town or city have a lot of hills?
It doesn't.
Okay. What about mountains? I'm sorry. What about mountains?
It doesn't. But I live in Nogales, and there are many mountains.
Okay. Thank you. Guillermo, what direction are you facing right now? North, south, east, or west?
North.
North, okay. Jose, how far do you live from the coast?
Maybe 40 or 50 kilometers.
Okay, where do you live, Obregón too?
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
Obregón. Mhm. We have an island. We will like Iceland. It's
Island.
near Iceland.
We don't pronounce the S, island.
Island.
Uh-huh.
Okay, island. Okay, 40 or 50 kilometers.
Is that it, the Tiburon Island, or
Mm,
no?
it's like the Tiburon Island. Mhm. This is called Wibulay Island.
Island, the island. Okay. Let's go to the next round of questions, and we're gonna go with Alondra. Alondra, what time did your alarm go off this morning?
At 6 a.m.
Oh, okay, thank you. Isela, when you were a child, did you like climbing trees?
Yes, when I was a child, I used to climb trees at my grandma's house.
Okay. So you were very playful, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have many
Stories.
skirts.
Scares? Scars.
Scares.
Oh, scars.
Uh-huh.
You have many scars. Okay. Guillermo, when was the last time you flew a kite?
What is the kite?
A kite, it's like a diamond shape.
Ah,
And
okay,
it
yeah,
flies when you run.
yes. I think in March, I think with
March
my,
this year?
yes, yes, this year, I think with my a little cousin.
Okay, thank you. Jose, how are forest fires usually caused? You were talking about this topic on Monday. So do
Yeah,
you know how are forest fires usually
I
caused?
remember. Yes, I remember that. I think the forest fire usually are caused by the fire create for men. Sometimes, and in another cases, I think um, in summer when the the, the sun is very hot, it's very hot. I think with the how do you say crystals or some
Crystal, what do you want to say? Crystal
crystal
is a word.
crystal o como botellas de cristal. How do you say this?
Ah, okay. Glass bottles.
Glass barrels. Glass barrel on the forest, maybe with the sun, it can produce fire in the forest.
Okay, thank you.
I think.
Yeah, it's a good theory. It could be. Okay, let's go with the last round of questions. And Alondra, we're back with you. And it says number 1, do you have hurricanes in your country? Considering country is the whole country, right? So do you have hurricanes in your country?
Yes, I have hurricanes.
Okay. Probably more in the south, right? But it is in the country. Okay. Isela, is your home in your country near a lot of nature?
My home isn't near a lot of nature, but I think in Mexico we have a lot of nature and different skins.
Okay. And you told me that your favorite type of nature is the forest and that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Guillermo, have you ever had to sleep on the ground outside? Like outdoors? Guillermo, are you there?
Yes, I sleep in the ground side in the ranch.
And did you like it?
But no.
Probably during the night is good, but in the morning it's like
Yeah.
very
Teacher,
annoying.
in
Yes.
this question, teacher, in the question number 3 is when you are camping too or not?
It could be.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's outside, it's outdoors.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Guillermo. Now, Jose, what is the difference between the floor and the ground? What do you think is the difference?
I think the ground is where the plants could grow up, and the floor is made for the people. The floor.
Okay. Yes. So floor is part of a building, and ground it's like walking outside, right? Could be.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to say? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, good job, guys. Thank you. A lot of us speaking in this class. So we are here. Now we're gonna continue. We've been there before. It's loading. So we're gonna wait a little. It's loading, it keeps loading, so let's keep waiting. Okay, so it says in here, this lesson is intended to be used as a preview of grammar past perfect simple. So we finished with the past simple and past continuous. Now we're gonna go with the past perfect simple, but we're gonna have a preview. And it says, listen and practice the following conversations. We are going to listen what it said here.
How was your trip to England? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, we had a wonderful time. It didn't even rain once while we were there.
No kidding. Did you check out Stonehenge?
No, we'd been there before. We stayed mostly in London this trip.
Okay. I'm sorry. So what is said here, or what is highlighted here, is we've been there before. This is the past perfect. I just want you to notice the way it is used, like in the context it is used. So they are talking about a trip that is referring to the past, this vacation, etc. So notice the context when to use the past perfect.
But is negative or positive? This
No, this is affirmative. We don't
affirmative.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Mhm.
This one is negative. We're gonna listen and see how it is used.
What were you doing when the earthquake struck, James? I was at work. I was teaching my class like I do every other Thursday morning. You? I was still at home in bed. I hadn't even woken up yet. I'm sure you woke up when the room started shaking though, right? I sure did.
Okay, so hadn't, we are using the in the negative form. More examples.
Did anyone die or get hurt in the fire?
No, everyone was very lucky.
So everyone had gotten out of the building before the fire got out of control?
Well, not exactly. One lady was on the 12th floor and couldn't get out. Firefighters rescued her from the window.
Wow, that's good. Did anyone?
Okay, so here we have it again in the affirmative form, but here we have it complete. For example, in the first example, we had with the apostrophe D, that is contracted, the short form, but it's exactly the same as this one. But in here, we have the complete structure. Another one.
Why are you turning around?
I think the GPS is broken. When we left, it was telling me to go west, but now it's telling me to go east.
Didn't you check the map before we left?
No, I didn't. I'd never had problems with this GPS, so I thought we'd be okay.
Well, maybe before we head back, we should find a gas station and ask which way to go.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, so here we have it again, contracted. Here, even though we don't have the structure of the negative one, this, the sense or the context of the sentence is negative because we have never, I've never had. So never is used as in the affirmative structure, but with the negative context. And it says in here, look at the blue words in the conversation above. This is called the past perfect simple tense. With your partner, discuss what you know about this tense. What does it mean? When is it used? What does it mean in the conversations above? So we are going to take a look to the conversations real quick and try to understand when to use the past perfect. So we already know when to use the simple past, the past simple. We already know when to use the past continuous. But what about the past perfect? Look at the context of these conversations and tell me, when do you think we are going to use the past perfect? I hear you. When do you think we are going to use the past perfect?
When you are talking about the past, but something is happening is happening totally.
Okay, could be. Any other?
I think in situations that are have before.
Okay, we're closer now. So we are going to use, any other one who has another idea? No? Okay. So the past perfect is used to talk about situations in the past that happened before the moment of that event that I'm talking about. For example, check this one. It says, I was at work. I was teaching my class like I do every Thursday morning. I was still at home in my bed. I hadn't even woken up yet. So we are talking about three different situations. Well, events. First, we're talking about the earthquake. The earthquake happened in the past, but this action was before this other happened. So we are talking about, we're using the past perfect to talk about actions that happened before the main action that I'm talking about. But I'm not saying that it was in progress. I'm just saying that it happened and finished before the other action happened. Is it clear? Okay, so in few words, the past perfect is used to talk about an action that happened before the other action finished. Yes, but this one is not in progress as the past continues. This one is also concluded. It means that I have done it before, that this action, event, or whatever happened before the other one concluded too. So the structure, let's discuss the structure of it. In the negative structure, I need to use hadn't. Even in this case, it's just like an intensifier, es otra palabra. This is not part of the verb. I mean, it's just something that intensifies. And woken, I have to use the past participle of the verb. For the affirmative one, I am going to use have and the past participle of the verb. In this case, is have been. Contracted, it is apostrophe D. We've been there before. Hadn't even woken up. This is in the negative. Hadn't woken up. Had gotten out. This is complete. Had gotten out. Why? Because remember, it is had with every single subject. I'm not going to, for example, you know what, in the present perfect, we use has for he, she, or it, and have for we, you, and they. In past perfect, had is used for every single subject. So had plus the past participle of the verb. Okay, sorry. And well, that's it. And if this is like the affirmative structure, but negative context, or I've never had problems. Okay, so for example, in this one, it says, didn't you check the map before we left? No, I didn't. I've never had problems with the GPS. So I'm talking about that before having problems, I never had problems, which means that this is not a situation that I am related to. Okay, we're gonna learn more about the past perfect next class. We finished a little early today. So I am going to ask you if you want to start with the grammar of the past perfect simple, or if you want to stop here and start with the topic next Monday. Up to you, you tell me. What do you want? I repeat my question. Do you want to start with the past perfect simple grammar, or do you want to stop here and start like from the beginning next Monday?
It's okay, next Monday.
Okay. I'll say that it's better because even if we start today, we still have to repeat the info next Monday because we might forget some of the rules, right? But we had a preview of the past perfect, and we already know a little bit about what it is going to be about. Do you have any question or is it all good?
No, no.
Okay.
No.
I am a little
Good, thank you.
confused only
Confused with?
with the last part, the past perfect.
Oh, okay, but don't worry. We just have a preview. That's why we're gonna start on Monday from the beginning, explaining and seeing more about this.
I'm trying to study this part. Thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Thank you guys for being here. I'll
Thank you,
see you on
teacher. Bye.
Monday. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
See you, ma.
Bye.
You too, bye.